Good morning, Unity. As you guys all know, Facebook has put me in jail again for 6 days. They think they're doing me a disservice, but actually they're probably doing me a favor because our team has been trying to get me to do these videos for ages, and this is the best opportunity to do it. So although I can't write or post messages, I can send you videos. And I want to use these videos to encourage you guys to get you strong and really to get you to resist and to start thinking on your feet. I'd like to use stories from my own life because I've had and I'm still having a pretty intense, crazy life. And the reason being is because I decided that I didn't want to live a normal life. I wanted to do as much as possible with my life because I knew I only had a very limited amount of time, and 80, 90, 100 years is a limited amount of time. And so I'm going to use these videos to encourage you guys, to challenge you, to motivate you, to get you out of your heads and get you thinking and get you onto your feet. I remember when I was drafted into national service, I got drafted into the Marines. Not because anybody thought I'd be a fantastic soldier, but because they thought that the Marines were the only place that they could break me and control me. Little did they know, of course, that didn't work out quite well for them. I saw a lot of very big guys, very strong guys, very tough guys, and really I was the smallest person in my entire company. And I saw these guys being broken. I saw them crying for their mothers. I saw them weeping. And I understood that tomorrow would be a better day. Tomorrow would be a new day. And so that I never found myself just thinking that the moment that I was in was the ultimate moment. I always knew that there would be tomorrow, and tomorrow would be better. So if I can just get through today, I'll be okay tomorrow. And one of the things I remember very clearly was the day they called us on the parade ground, and they asked if anybody had a truck driver's license. Now you must remember we were all 18. And very few people had licenses, or certainly not truck driver's licenses. And my hand went up first. And the chief called me over and he said, "Okay, what license have you got?" And I said, "I've got an extra heavy duty license." And I didn't even really know if there was such a thing, but I said it anyway. And he wrote out a little bit of paper and he said, "There you go, there's your military license." And from that day on, I became a truck driver truck driver. And I'd never even been in a truck before. I'd seen them, but I'd never been in one. And of course the day came when I had to drive one of those things, and it just happened to be our commanding officer that was with me. And he said, "Come on, you're going to have to be my driver today." And I got in that thing and I looked at all these gears and I just thought, there's just no way I can do this. And I made an excuse and I just got out of the truck. But why am I saying this? Because you need to think on your feet, guys. Yes, for sure it was a bit dishonest or whatever the case may be, but having a military license changed my life completely in the military. It got me in and out of situations that I would never have imagined if I didn't have that license. And so we need to think on our feet. We need to think differently. We need to get out of our heads and we need to stop thinking about, oh, this is right or that's wrong or whatever the case may be, because we're in a war right now. This is a battle for our survival. This is a battle for our lives. And we're going to have to start thinking survival. And the reason I'm telling you this story, and I'm going to tell you more stories in the days to come, is because I learned from a very young age, because of course I went to boarding school at 6 years old. I had to learn how to think on my feet. I had to learn how to find ways around things. And you're going to have to as well. You're going to have to stop thinking that you don't deserve this thing to be happening to you. That's got to end. You're not entitled. You're not entitled to a certain life. The world doesn't owe you anything. The universe owes you nothing. And you need to understand that. And you need to get that very, very deep into your minds, that nothing is owed to you. You have to find a way. You have to find ways to survive. You have to find ways to get stronger and to stand up against the system. And I'm going to help you as much as I can. I'm not Bear Grylls. I'm not going to help you to find worms in a tree. But I'm going to help you to get your head strong, to get your mind strong, to get your spirit strong, so that you can stand up and that you can stand against the situation that we're in. I mean, as a little kid, 6 years old, I'd been in boarding school for a week. I mean, good grief, I grew up on a farm in the bush. I could hardly speak English. I was a foreigner to this whole world. My parents were miles away from me. I was just a nervous little child. And they marched us off to church on Sunday morning. And I'd never been in a church. I'd never heard of anything like this before. It was bizarre for me. And I remember sitting in the church and a plate came around with money in it. And I was like, my goodness, this is fantastic. And for the next few weeks, I had money for sweets and chocolates and ice creams and everything like that. Until someone eventually explained to me that the money had to go the other way. I had to put the money in, not take it out. But anyway, there was another lesson. But still, as a little child, I learned to survive. And you guys need to learn to survive. You need to start thinking differently. You need to start changing your minds and becoming different people that you were before. Stop expecting the world to give you everything that you need and that you want. Go and get it. Fight for it. Make it happen. These guys are going to impose even bigger restrictions on us. Even greater things are coming our way. But if we just sit still and go and, hide in the corner and start crying for our mothers and behaving like babies, we're going to get destroyed. You can't be thinking of suicide just because life is a bit tough. Us South Africans have got a really crazy idea of escaping everything that's tough. Look at most of our population of our trained, schooled, educated population have left the country. They've run away. Why? Because they're afraid. You don't run away when you're afraid. You run to the thing that's making you afraid. And you fight it, you face it, and you work it out. Stop running away. Stop being these people that run away from everything. We're not like that. We must fight. We must stand up. Stand together. Stop this running away mentality. Stop this entitled mentality that the world owes you something. They owe you nothing. You are all there is, and you have to get strong. You can't go and jump off a bridge just because life is tough. You can't just run away from situations because they don't meet your expectations. It doesn't work like that in real life. That's the way it works in Hollywood and in the movies. We've also brainwashed to believe all this nonsense. We're going to stand together, South Africa. We're going to take this country and we're going to sort it out and we're going to do it together. And I'm going to help you and you're going to help me and we're going to help each other. Have a great day. Thank you.